Hello, everybody. Let me start by welcoming you to University of Ottawa and congratulating you for making it into computer science and software engineering programs. These are fantastic programs with amazing opportunities, both during your studies and even more so once you complete them. The goal of this short video is to tell you a little bit about the upcoming semester, in particular, what the resources are that are available to the students. To introduce myself, my name is Vida Dujmovic. I'm a professor in the School of Electrical Engineering and Computer Science, and in fact, I will be teaching some of you in your upcoming fall semester. Computer science and software engineering programs are housed in Faculty of Engineering of University of Ottawa. They have undergraduate student office, and it is the undergraduate student office that is responsible for academic needs of the students. As such, it is your first point of contact to discuss your academic file and questions. This includes academic advice, course sequences, registration, school perseverance, academic rules, change of programs, and forms and tools that you may require. Virtual meeting with a senior officer or an academic advisor is also possible. Most of the information, though, that you may need is available on their webpage, and so are the forms. So let's take a look. On the main webpage of the Faculty of Engineering, under Undergraduate Programs, you will find a link for Undergraduate Students Office. If you follow the link, which I already opened, it will take you to their webpage, where first of all you can find a way how to contact the undergraduate office and if needed make an appointment, but more importantly you will see a link dedicated to the new incoming students, which is you. If you follow that link, which I did here, you will find these 5 very important sources of information, in particular 5 links that you are very likely to be consulting throughout your studies regularly. In fact, I also use many of these links on a regular basis. These include course timetables and important dates and deadlines. So what are these links? First of all, they include a course sequence, which tells you what are the mandatory courses that you need to take in each semester of your program of study. The next are the program requirements, which contain similar information. As mentioned, the next one is course timetable. What does that mean? This particular webpage allows you to find time and location of every single lecture and lab offered by university in a particular semester. All you need to know is a course code. For example, I opened that webpage here. So if you want to find out when a particular course is or its labs, you click on a launch search tool. For example, a course that all of you are going to take and that I'm teaching is ITI, and the course code is 1120. It may be different if you're taking a French version. If you want to know what are all the available courses and labs, even those that are currently closed for registration, you click on Show Open Classes Only, and you click on Search, and it gives you, oh, by the way, you have to click on Fall Semester here. And you click on search and you get information, all the lectures and the labs of all the section for that particular course for the fall 2020. So to go back to these important links, after course timetable, we have important dates and deadlines. That one I open here. If you're interested in dates for the fall semester, everything from the reading week to when do you have a deadline for change your course selection or to register, everything is available on that webpage. Watching this video, you are likely to be in one of our computer science or software engineering programs. So let's briefly look at what you can expect to learn and even master through your university studies. So in your first and second year of computer science or software engineering education, you will learn fundamentals and cores of these disciplines. These include mathematical basis of computer science and software engineering. It includes courses such as Introduction to Computing 1 and Introduction to Computing 2. The first of these, you will be programming in Python, and the second, you will be programming in Java. So by the time you finish your first year, you will be well versed in 2 programming languages. In your second year, you will learn core of computer science and software engineering. This includes a course such as data structures, algorithms, where you will learn not only how to solve the problem, but how to solve it such that the solution is efficient and fast and what it even means. Then you're going to learn courses such as Introduction to Software Engineering. In your third and fourth year of computer science and software engineering, you will learn advanced concepts from this discipline. Many of the courses, well, depending on your program, that you will be taking will be in the form of technical electives, meaning that you, the student, get to choose which advanced concept within your program of study you want to pursue in more depth. So here's examples of some of the courses that you may take in computer science and software engineering. They include things as fundamentals of data science, introduction to artificial intelligence, cryptography. And in software engineering, they include courses such as software design and architecture, software quality assurance, cloud systems and networks, and so on. Again, how many elective courses you will take will depend on the particular program of study you are pursuing. If you're wondering where you can find exact information about the mandatory and elective courses that you will be taking in your program, well, then brings us back to the webpage that we already visited, the one for the newly admitted students on the Undergraduate Students Office webpage. In particular, this first link about course sequence. This is an important keyword to remember, course sequence. So if you follow this webpage, so let me click on it, it's going to take you to a webpage of the Faculty of Engineering showing you the course sequences, which is basically mandatory courses and elective courses for all the programs in Faculty of Engineering. In this case, you're likely in computer science, data science, or software engineering programs. So if you want to know which courses you will be taking in this program, you simply click on a particular discipline, let's say computer science, and you will see all the programs offered within computer science. That includes, for example, honors, bachelor in computer science, bachelor of computer science with management and entrepreneurship option, bachelor in computer science, data science option, joint bachelor of computer science and mathematics, and so on. So if you're interested in the courses you will be taking in one of these programs, you first of all find your program and then click on the year where you're starting. Well, most likely you are starting in 2020, 2021 if you're watching this video, so let's click on it. And right now here you can see that this is a 4-year program. These courses that are listed that you see in the 4 years, they are mandatory courses. You will also see all the electives that you can take, and also type of electives that you can take. Some of these electives are free electives, some of these electives will be technical electives. So if you do the same for software engineering, you will also be able, in addition to all the courses that you can take, and you can see there is more mandatory courses in the software engineering program. But in addition, you will see the co-op terms and when you will be doing them. For example, after your first year, then after your third semester, and so on. And the reason is because software engineering programs has co-op as a mandatory part of studying. As already mentioned, computer science and software engineering programs are housed in Faculty of Engineering, and thus, as we just explained, Undergraduate Student Office of Faculty of Engineering is one of the resources at your disposal for your academic needs. But in addition to being in Faculty of Engineering, more specifically, it is the School of Electrical Engineering and Computer Science that is in charge of computer science and software engineering programs. For example, one of the things that means is that your courses from these programs will be taught and responsibility of the professors from the school. The director of the school is Professor Claude Damour, but in addition to directors, each main program in the school has its own associate director. So for computer science, that is Professor Carlisle Adams, and for software engineering, that's Professor Stefan Sommet. In case you have questions and comments about the programs, including your worries and compliments or complaints, these professors too are your contact people, in addition, or should I say after undergraduate student office. In addition to the program directors and the director, you also have program ambassadors, myself for computer science and software engineering, and Professor Gilbert Albert for computer engineering and electrical engineering. To find contact emails for all of us, you just have to Google our names and you will find emails on our respective web pages. After this brief introduction to computer science and software engineering programs, an explanation about where they fit in overall structure of the university, let's turn to your goals and how you can achieve them and what are the resources that are at your disposal to achieve them. So what are your goals? It's likely that your main goal, or at least one of your main goals during your university years, is to succeed in your chosen program of study. But it's not just you who wants you to succeed. Everybody wants you to succeed. From us professors to the heads of the departments to the top university officials, all the way up to the Canadian government. Everybody wants you to succeed. So for that reason, the university provides numerous resources on all levels with the aim of helping you to achieve your goals. So there are two parts of this. One is what you can do to achieve your goals, and another one is what we do and what resources we provide to help you achieve your goals, in particular to help you achieve academic success. So let's talk about the first one, what you can do to succeed. And for that, let's start with talking about what you can expect from the fall semester of 2020. As you know, this will not be a usual fall semester. Most, or likely all of your activities will be online. While some things may be a little bit more challenging in an online model, and I will get to them, some others will be easier, like not having to walk to class in a cold winter day. But more importantly, and related to academics, you will, for example, have access to all the lectures even after the class is over. And certainly that is not the case in a usual semester. And advantages of that are obvious. You can simply view and review the lectures anytime you like. So what are the challenges? I would say the main challenge, and something you should be especially vigilant about, is staying informed. And what do I mean by that? Well, for every course, you will need to know things like when are the lectures? Are they delivered live or posted in some other way? Where are they posted if they're posted? When are the office hours of professors and teaching assistants? And how do we attend office hours? What about labs, assignments, exams, and so on? So, all the usual information that is crucial for success and that you would need in an usual semester as well. But in an usual semester, meaning one that is not online, where you would go physically to the classes, it's a little bit easier to stay informed even while staying relatively passive. What do I mean by that? You can simply stay informed by showing up physically in the class and listening to the professor. Well, this fall, you will need to be a little bit more active in order to stay informed. But in reality, it should not be much different nor difficult. Because every single professor for each of your courses will provide you with all the necessary information about the course and the requirements to succeed. That is our job. That's the job of professors. It is your job to stay on top of that information that professors give you. And put it in different way, it's your job to read provided information or view it if it's delivered in recording form, for example. So where do you read this information, or where do you view it, you may ask? Even that information will be provided to you by professors of each course. But as a general rule of thumb, make sure you read all the emails that you receive at your university emails. That seems obvious, but as the semester progresses, there will be more and more emails, typically. The next thing, make sure you read all the information provided on Brightspace. Brightspace is the online learning platform that the university uses. Most, if not all, of your professors will be using Brightspace. And typically, unless your professor tells you otherwise, all your course material and information will be available on Brightspace. And finally, view the recordings that the professor provides, or attend live lectures, of course, if they are available, as the information you need may be delivered verbally, the way there would have been if you were going to the class physically. By the way, if the lectures are delivered live online, professor will also inform you on what software to use to join a class. These softwares are typically easy to use and free for university students. So what did we say? Read email and visit Brightspace every day in order to stay informed about your courses. So what I want to do next is visit a Brightspace page of some course to show you what it may look like and help you get a little bit familiar with it. So when you log into Brightspace, you're going to see something like that. Obviously, it's not going to be the same as I, for example, can only see my own courses, the courses that I am teaching. All right, so let's see what we have. So when you log in, you're going to see these little squares here. When you click on them, you should be able to see all your courses, or at least you should be able to see them once the semester starts. So for example, the first thing I have here is the course that I will be teaching in the fall, Introduction to Computing 1, 2020. However, and actually some of you will already see it, those of you who are in my sections. However, nothing is there yet since the semester hasn't started. So let's look at the same course, but the one that I was teaching last year. So let's open it. And what you're going to look for here is the main things that you should notice is you should look for this content, announcements, discussion boards. So let's first look at the content, because the content is typically where you're going to find information about your lectures, about material for the lectures and the labs and so on. So let's see what I have here in the table of contents. For example, one of the things you can see is that we have information about office hours, meaning where the office hours will be, when, who's going to be holding a particular office hours. Something similar, just in an online form, will be available in the fall as well. Another thing that you're going to see, for example, where last year we had 115 pieces of lectures, let's say, is lectures. So if you click on lectures here, so let's see if it's going to open. It's a little bit slow. There you go. You can see lectures now, and you can see material for the lecture 1, lecture 2, lecture 3, and so on, all the way up to the last lecture of 2009, fall 2019. So let's click on some lecture to see what it looks like. For example, let's look at this one here. As you can see, all the information today. First of all, it starts with the lecture video. In my case, I was posting video even in previous years, then the certain slides for the lectures, then code we developed in class, and so on. So information like that, so all of the material that you need for the lectures is available there. So if you go back to table of content, another thing that you can find there is, for example, assignments. If you click on them, you can see all, at least in my class, and I'm guessing it will be the case for the majority of the courses that you're going to be taking assignments as well, will be posted on Brightspace, as well as solutions once the assignments are over. And also, not only you will find assignment material on the Brightspace, once you complete your assignment, you will also upload your solution on the Brightspace as well. You can also see the lab material here. You may have questions about the labs and what format they will take in this distant learning format. What I can say about it is that every professor will inform you about how the labs will be run this semester. The labs may take form of doing programming online while TAs or teaching assistants are present in a live session to help you with the work. The labs may involve using some simulation software where that software is in fact simulating a hardware that you would normally use were the physical labs possible. You may receive some lab kits and so on. But the main point is, again, that all that information will be provided to you. So your only task is to read information and follow the instructions provided by the professors or teaching assistant. So again, we are getting back to staying informed part. This brings us to the announcements at the Brightspace. That is one of the main ways for professors to communicate with the students. So please keep in mind that us professors will not be sending you an announcement unless we think it's about something that you need to know, which implies that it is something you should read. So I strongly suggest again that you read all the announcements that a professor of a particular course makes. So let's click on it to see what it looks like. All the announcements that are made throughout the semester are there, so they are available the whole semester. I can go all the way back to the beginning of 2019 semester and see information posted already in August, including the midterm days and when do the labs start, what format office hours take, when do they start, when is the quiz, what time, what format, and so on. So announcements, and again, you can find them all on Brightspace, are available by clicking on this link here. One thing that you can also choose is you can choose that every time a professor makes an announcement that you receive an email. Well, you can also choose that you don't receive an email. You get to decide what you want there, and you can change that setting by clicking on next to your name. You're going to see a little settings thing. It opens, and somewhere here, oh, actually no, maybe you're clicking on your name. There you go. You click on your name and you go to notifications, and you get to choose how would you like to get an announcements. You can get them via SMS, you can get them via email, and you can unclick all of them, and in that case you're not going to get anything. But in my case, you see that I want to receive an email when there is an announcement or announcement update. I also want to receive an email when some students ask a question on a discussion board or a forum, right? So you get to choose here. So again, by clicking on your name and going to notifications in Brightspace, you can choose what type of information you want to get. So as you have seen, I chose to get announcement when students ask questions on the forum or on discussion forum. So here's what the discussion forum is. Many professors use it. I use it extensively in my course. It allows the students to ask questions about the course at any time, and typically within 24 hours I answer all the questions. There are topics, as you can see last year, I create a forum topic, which is assignment number 1. Then students ask questions about it and I post answers. So basically these are the posts. There were 113 posts last year about assignment number 1. So as a student, and then assignment number 2, assignment number 3, and so on. And then there's also miscellaneous. So whenever you have a question, you can pose the question and of course read the answer. Even if you don't want to post a question, you still should read the forum and the discussion boards, because you may learn something. Because if one student has a question about something that is not clear, it's very likely that many students have similar questions. So following the forum, being active on the forum, or at least reading what's going on will help you, again, stay informed and be on top of what's going on in your class. So that was all about how to succeed in your studies by staying informed and following the lead provided by your professors and teaching assistants. So here are the resources that you have just heard about that can help you succeed. This is, to summarize, Undergraduate Studies Office, your associate directors of your program of study, professors and teaching assistants of individual courses, as well as all the resources available on Brightspace. But this is not all. There's numerous other resources available to the students. At the end of this video, you're going to get more information about that from another student. But let me mention just a few. One of the important ones is a mentoring center of the Faculty of Engineering. It provides many resources from the students. One of the main ones is study groups. What that means is that Mentoring Center is organizing studying sessions for each of your mandatory courses in the first year. Typically, this involves weekly study sessions in a preset time, and it's completely free of charge for you. For each course, sessions are run by your peers. In particular, they are run by undergraduate students like you who took the same course the year before or 2 years before and did great in it. So it's a fantastic resource for students that you should definitely try and take advantage of. Other things that they offer are individual consultation sessions, group discussions and workshops, and so on. And new this year, they also offer a personalized mentor for each student entering this year, but you're going to hear a little bit more about it towards the end of this video. I would like to end this presentation by talking about amazing opportunities that are available to the students, especially those who do well. One of the things you can do is get involved in research, and that can take form of a summer research job or as part of your 4th year's thesis work. So these three are the vehicles through which you can get involved in research. USRA and Europe are funded research, meaning there are scholarships that you can apply so you can perform research and get paid at the same time. USRA is a research scholarship funding provided by the Government of Canada with the aim of stimulating undergraduate students interested in research. And it's also, the goal is also to encourage senior students from all faculties to do graduate studies and pursue a research career. In order to apply to USRA scholarship, one has to contact a professor at the University of Ottawa that they're interested in conducting research with, and then they apply together for this funding. USRA is open to all Canadians and permanent residents. However, University of Ottawa has its own version of a scholarship that is open to all the students at University of Ottawa. Each of these programs has its own deadlines. Research, again, is typically performed in the summer, and even if one does not end up pursuing graduate studies, these are fantastic work and learning experiences, and actually a fantastic thing to have on your CV. So if you're interested in this research opportunity, in particular in USRA and Europe, you should get informed when the deadlines are. You can find that information online. For example, first of all, on the government webpage, you can find information about USRA, which stands for Undergraduate Student Research Awards. You can also find information about that and what the deadlines are for applying on the research page of University of Ottawa, and as well as the deadlines on when you need to apply for these. So in the previous academic year, the deadline was March 4, so you can expect it to be around the similar time. And this is the Europe, the similar scholarship offered by University of Ottawa, which has its own deadlines and procedures. So if you're interested in these research opportunities, you should visit these web pages. So if you're doing well, you should consider research. Another thing that you should consider if you're doing well in your studies is so-called accelerated master's degree in computer science. So if you're completing your honors bachelor degree with specialization in computer science and you would like to get master's, you can do that in 5 years rather than 4 plus 2, which is 6. The way to do that is you apply in your 3rd year, and in the 4th year, instead of taking only the 4th year undergraduate courses, you would be taking some graduate courses, and in the 5th year, you would be doing your master thesis work. So that is all from me for now. I wish you best of luck in your studies and in the upcoming semester.
Hello everyone, my name is Zoya and I'm going into my 4th year of electrical engineering at the University of Ottawa. Today I'm going to be telling you a little bit about the facilities at the Faculty of Engineering. The Engineering Peer Connect program is an opportunity for you to meet students, make new friends, network, and socialize with other engineering and computer science students. It is a volunteer-based program and students need to register to participate. The faculty will be pairing students from all levels with other students based on their interests. When you're paired with a student, you can interact with them however you choose to, whether it's in person or through social media or many other platforms like MS Teams or email and Yammer and whatever works best for you. Watch out for an email from us. The registration will be the end of August 2020, so it will be available soon. We have many student clubs and associations at the faculty. I was a part of one myself called WISE, as you can see. It's the Women in Science and Engineering. All students are welcome to join any club or association that they find interesting, whether it's building a highly fuel-efficient or off-road vehicle to designing a human hamster wheel for a museum display. There are many options to choose from. So if you are interested in working in a team or getting creative, then join one of our clubs and you can work on these exciting projects. SEED, or the Center for Entrepreneurship and Engineering Design, offers student competitions all year round, design courses so you can work with real-life clients, design spaces and facilities that I'll talk about soon, and an entrepreneurial ecosystem so that you can develop your business skills and learn more. The buildings you see here offer different facilities and different spaces for students to use throughout the semester, starting off with the STEM building, which houses most of the SEED facilities, SITE, which is the engineering building for electrical engineers, computer engineers, and computer science students. CBY, the Colonel By building, which is for civil engineering students, mechanical students, biomedical mechanical students, and so on. And the ARC building, which is the advanced research complex where most master's and PhD students do their research. Here we have some of the facilities that you'll find in the STEM building that you saw earlier. The Brunsfield Center is a student-led machine shop where staff and students can work with traditional manufacturing equipments like mills, lathes, bandsaws, drill presses, even welding and fabrication tools once you receive your proper training. It's open to all students who complete their training, which is offered by the Manufacturing Training Center. The Makerspace and the Maker Lab are both also in the STEM complex. The Makerspace is a place that allows everyone to collaborate and build their own projects. It's open to students, community members, and it's open to anyone who would like to invent, make, build, play, whatever they can think of. The space is organized by students from different fields of studies at the faculty. The Maker Lab offers a course-based laboratory setting focused on rapid prototyping technologies. The university courses can include lab sessions at the Maker Lab to give students a structured experience learning about many of the technologies available at the Makerspace. The Simon Nunn Design Commons is a reconfigurable space that offers whiteboards, markers, couches, computers. It is a space that is open for everyone to meet in, and the space that fosters creativity, design, and all different kinds of ideas. The John McIntyre Team Space is a space that offers tools for students in teams so they can work on their projects that you will see next. There are many competitive teams at the faculty, and most of these teams compete in diverse international competitions. There are teams that work on rockets, cars, electric cars, urban cars, concrete canoes for civil engineering, formula for all programs, bionics for biomedical mechanical engineers, and so many different aerospace engineering teams as well. The co-op program just might be the solution you're looking for if you want to work and study, which gives you more experience after you graduate. There's a 96% placement rate for most engineering students at the faculty, especially considering the tech hub in Canada. The salaries range between $18 and $22, and University of Ottawa is the number 5 largest university co-op program in Canada. The co-op program works like this. Study terms and paid work terms alternate. You end up with a degree and a year or more of practical work experience. Since these are changing times, these are some of the departments that can help you with your virtual transition into the university, such as the Career Development Center, the Student Academic Success Service, or SAS, and Student Life. Thank you for being here. You can also join us for a live Q&A session on September 8th. We'll be sending you more information via email, so stay tuned.